need to get away!
Prepare for battle. My shield is a fortress. Back to your hovel, coward.
You're not one of the rats scurrying about this place. Truth be told, you don't seem to belong. But in the grand scheme of things, it's none of my concern. Do you need something? Name's Gatto. Once upon a time, I used to be a rat catcher at the court of King Sagramore. Later, fate led me to catching rats. A king is a king. He bears the flaws inherent to any ruler, but there's little to say about Sagramore. It's the queen, his wife, who is the trust me. I've met King Sagramore on many occasions. He doesn't... There's not much around here. The most important places are You might also run into the Shroom, the Queen's personal lapdog. Though he's a knight, he's a rat of the lowest order. If you want, go ahead and talk. Waiting for a customer. Off you go.
Greetings to you, strange soul. You carry a light that doesn't belong to... I fear, then, that you... Only a pure soul can bear the sins of another. I thought it would be enough to... Not just anyone's. I took upon myself the sins of my queen. I had no choice. I swore an oath of loyalty. A punishment for consorting with someone so corrupt. I don't know. I sought meaning in the all. Then I came here. For Sagramore, soon to be king, and beside him stood the queen. As I swore to serve them until the end of time. Next, There was the descent into the depths where we know how twisted and corrupted must one's soul be to desire something so... I was stupid. Ah, that. The fungus helps me keep my senses, attuning me to the rhythm of this. I feel the footsteps of the souls wandering about. I feel that... Yes, and in a way, I accept the work. And perhaps there is another. Perhaps if we are all connected here, forming one. Apparently, this is what the world looks like without gods. Everything that was meant to be born here was supposed. Instead, it became an endless wandering in the abyss. Sagramore took up, and here it is. The king... Scroll. Indeed. I recall I also witnessed powerful acts of magic. Surely the court but you must forgive me. I cannot. May goodness...
Ah, a new guest in our court. Welcome, stranger, to the humble... Are you here to seek an audience with the king and queen? Many are eager to see them. I'm sure their highnesses will be pleased to see a new face. We haven't... Oh, no need to trouble yourself with me, my lady. I am but a simple custodian. Though, if I had performed my duties better, perhaps there wouldn't... Oh, it's no big deal. We live here in perpetual suspension. Time can't touch us, and it's all thanks to the Queen and her sisters, who, well, as long as you don't sin against their majesties, then you might share my fate. Or that of Sir... Loyalty, of course. Sir Stygander swore to our queen that he would remain faithfully by her. That was a very unfortunate pledge, as it later turned. Now our brave and loyal Sir Stygander is atoning for sins that aren't his. But breaking his vows would be a sin in it. It's a no-win situation. But, well, I wanted to feel the softness of the royal bed. Yeah, don't look at me like that. It's not what you think. The Queen's honor is intact, at least where I'm concerned. But I happened to be in the chamber when King Sagramore appeared. He wasn't. It was one of the harpist sisters. But shush. The king didn't notice me, but the Queen caught on to my unease. She tried. I think she suspected it involved one of the king's indiscretions. In the end, oh well, it's the lot of servants to bear. Oh, I'm sure they will. But you might have to wait a bit. And, before you ask, no, there's no way to speed it up. Unless you're aiming to become the court jester, there's not much. Though, now that I think about it, perhaps if... Oh, that would be Miss Clare and the midwife. Should I elaborate about the royal family in... She's a wonderful woman, completely dedicated to family. Her life's mission, she loves all the royal children. Unfortunately, none... You'll be fine, as long as you don't insult her family. She's the youngest of the sisters. She used to be so sweet and innocent. But now, just know that Miss Clare... I don't know much more than that. Talking to Miss Clare is rather... I'm glad you asked, my lady. All you need to do is... Yes, exactly. That's just how it is for me. And with magic, when a spell says, guard, if I died forever, I wouldn't be able to guard the keys anymore, right? That's...
Who goes there? Are you here to see the children? Oh my... I lost them all before they even got here. The Queen. She wants nothing to do with me. I've fallen so far from her good graces. But maybe when she sees them, even as they are, she will love them just as much as I do. My little flowers, they're all gone. They die and die at the hands of the poor little things. No, I swear they are here. They are all here. Our little princes and princesses. Last night, I dreamt of our brave Wieland pierced by 100 arrows. He never left his mother's womb, yet he calls to me always. So I write. I write when he last showed himself. They are here because I hoped my sister would be happy. But you cannot force something that was never meant to be. Now they haunt my dreams and waking hours. Really? You do that? And you won't hurt? I need them close, so I can watch over them as I was meant to. If I could keep that one promise I made to my sister. Let me think. Renaud, the Crown Prince, loved to stand on the balcony, gazing down. Little Noah, covered in blood. His mother would wash him. Oh, and Hugo, such a sweet child, sleeping soundly.
He's gone. Young Prince Renaud. Oh, by the gods, lost for good. The midwife will wring my neck with her bare hands. I can't. And the Queen, she'll do worse. She has ways. The lash is the kindest. Oh, yes, of course. Straight into the void. He stood there and then he was gone. He just stepped in. Oh, surely you don't mean to. Or, no, wait. Better they don't look upon someone heading into a place. But I wish you luck. Remember, everything you...
Did the midwife send you? Or was it that coward who's supposed to be keeping me under their heel? The firstborn of the king and queen. A proper little princeling. Almost grown. Though which is why I'm full of whims. Why I think only of trivialities. I won't bother listing every one of my vices. Don't take it personally. You're not that special. No, I just wanted you to leave me alone. But as always, everything in any form of service, flawed and feeble. They lack competence. Next time, I'll find a deep mother won't be pleased with how miserably the court servants perform their duties. Well then, we can skip pedagogical lectures, and later I'll try to run away again. Of all my mother's obsessions, control is her greatest. Everything must bend to her will. That's why I take so much pleasure in defying her. Poor, it seems a crown on a man's head weighs him down and dulls his mind. The charms of power. They say I take after him. Look closely, and you'll see all you need. How pitiful I must be then. Above? What above? There's nothing there either. Here, emptiness turns into more emptiness. Nothing begins, nothing ends. Spare yourself the trouble. You don't have to drag me by the hand. The Queen's little lapdog.
You found the young master. Joy, such great joy. Here, take...
did you kill me? I didn't want to. I didn't want to be like that. Mum, she used to call me Little Fish. Once, during a bath, I cried that the water was too hot. So she... Father is the king, and usually just sits on the throne. Then, I was here, sitting in the water, and I...
They are here. All of them. But maybe now we can set you free. Fate has made a mockery of us all. Our deepest desires have been laid bare. Take these poor little creatures. They have no place, but our sister wished for them. And here, her word is the... My sister's reign must end. It's brought us horror upon horror. Oh, she thought she could forge fate with power. But she was wrong. Yet we are the ones who suffer the most. They died in her arms, one by one.
Pause. No, not pause. Pause in the letters. I write only letters to Pause, to beloved. Yours, Claire. In Sagramor's arms. Once, me in Boar's arms. These, all of them, I write. Letters to beloved Boars, I write. Boars. Once upon a time, there lived a young maiden named Claire. She had 2 sisters, and together they resided in a resplendent castle within a land untouched by the cruelty of time. In this unchanging realm, there was neither the sorrow of endings nor the joy of beginnings. No sunrises, no sunsets, and no seasons to mark the days. Such was the design of the eldest sister, whose insatiable hunger for control bound the kingdom in eternal stillness. She hoarded love and devotion as a dragon hoards treasure. Yet for all her power, her heart remained empty, cursed to feel nothing for eternity. Claire, the youngest and gentlest of the sisters, moved quietly through the cold, unchanging halls. Her beauty was, too, untouched by age or hardship. Yet unlike her sisters, Claire possessed a secret, a flicker of defiance against the curse that gripped their land. Her heart remained free, protected by a force beyond even her eldest sister's reach. True love. It was the height of summer when young Bors first laid eyes on the maiden of his heart. Working in the fields, his skin bronzed by the sun, he paused as the sound of hooves drew near. A lone maiden approached, her hair shimmering like spun gold, her cheeks rosy and her waist snugly drawn into a spring green corset. While the other peasants bowed their heads, Bors stared unabashedly. Sensing his gaze, the maiden turned sharply, startling her steed. The horse reared and she tumbled from the saddle, straight into Bors's waiting arms. Their eyes met, and in that instant, long ago, there lived a maiden named Claire, fair of face and gentle of heart, cursed by her cruel sister to remain imprisoned in a high tower. Forbidden to step beyond its walls or look out of the window, she spent her days weaving a tapestry of the outside world, a world she could glimpse only through the reflection in an enchanted mirror. Yet Claire dared not lift her eyes from the loom, for the curse was absolute. If she ever stopped her weaving to gaze out the window herself, the fragile thread of her life would snap. One day, the mirror revealed a grand procession on the road below. Among them rode a knight. In the days of King Sagramore, there lived Bors, a wandering minstrel whose songs were famed for their beauty and sorrow. Among his melodies was one that bore the weight of his heart, the ballad of a lady named Claire. Claire, a noblewoman of unmatched grace, had been betrayed by her jealous sister, who sold her to a rival lord for power. Locked in a distant tower, her pleas for rescue went unheard. But Bors, who had once sung for her in her father's court and fallen deeply in love, learned of her plight and vowed to save her. He journeyed to the castle where she was held and sang beneath its mist-shrouded walls each night, hoping she might hear him. At last, a faint voice joined his song. Claire, her spirit I was writing something important. Do you know what it was? Yes, Bors, my former lover. I have fond memories of him. Really? Perhaps that was true once. I longed for my own Sagramore. I craved love, true love. A beloved, not a dog. Here, you've read these notes on the stacks of paper. Strange. No, I'm sorry. My sister, I have 2 sisters. She's the caregiver. She nurtures. She helps. She tries. She wanted Sagramore. She wanted the crown. She does. She holds the power of the men here. She has no desire for love. She wants to rule. Love is not necessary. It's at the very top, above all else. Enough. She sees all.
Hello again, my lady. Are you ready for your audience with... Nobody knows. The king and queen haven't granted an audience to anyone in years. All these poor... Only Stygander and I are aware of the passage of time, but we're not allowed in the throne room. So we have... If I were you, I'd be sure to mind your manners and... Ah, I see you're trying to coax a little gossip out of me. Not many people know that the 3 sisters are Bandrui. Not all druids allow women to engage in their noble profession. One day, they delivered a prophecy to Sagramore, telling him he was dead. Our king took their words to heart. The other sisters helped the queen maintain the kingdom in its... I know my place and the role I've been given. As you wish. It will open the doors leading to the throne room. Oh, please, don't...
They died.
Once again, I'm of change. You have been noticed. I was chosen to extend you an invitation to speak. But first, you must let the mycelium. Do you agree? My role in all of this is insignificant. I am but a small part. I am not the one who can give you that insight. You will learn everything during the Splendid. Your arrival brings me joy. It means this place might have a better future. Your arrival has sparked real change in this place. For the first time in centuries, I want you to understand what you will bring about. The curse of this place will be lifted. However, with it there is, however, an alternative. You will go to my home, the place that is my core. When the time is right, you will place me within the body of the unfulfilled King Sad. I cannot force this decision upon you. But after you complete your task, this place will die with all its inhabitants. I will take control of this place, through the bodies of the royal couple. The king and queen are inextricably linked to the origin. The present, my growth will be slow, but eventually I will encompass. So then, what is your choice? There will be no other opportunity for this. Ah, the faithful penitent. We were fortunate to cross paths. As for me, I gained this vessel through which we can converse. Wonderful. When the moment comes, plant us within the king's breath. Thank you. On behalf of the...
so cruelly. Why did you refuse to simply bow? You could have served me for eternity. Wouldn't that have been beautiful?
Gone, is she? Gone from one eternity straight into another. Oh, how I wish we'd had one more day. A proper one. Marked by the sun setting on us forever. And now, all that's left is tomorrow. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools. Now it all ends. The lofty dream, what we leave behind is a monument to our own foolishness. There will be no legends told of this place, for it is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and signifying nothing. And this, the reason for your visit to this cursed court. You may leave now. Your audience is over. Fear not, till mushrooms take the place of your heart. And now mushrooms grow in my chest. The king is dead.
The kingdom no longer... No one shall... The king's body. Our...
They say he dreamed of becoming the next king. Along the way, he encountered 3 witches posing as druids who promised it's likely they were quite powerful. And Sagramore struck a deal with them, because many adventurers have tried to find his castle. After all, how could such a massive structure... Now, of course, we need to head to the Menhir. If I've read the notes correctly, no time to lose. Now I need to prepare myself. It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort... Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh? Eh?
So, it's done. The Menhir is alive once more. This changes everything. The people of Connacht will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Menhir belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Connacht, not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Denholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Connacht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the Menhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return. People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may a sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the Menhir is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that. Approach them with kindness. They all have their deep. Thank you. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine. Ah, it's you. Be well.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off. I can't leave the people of Kunot right now. Not after everything that's happened. I owe them that much. And here, working in Ailey's hospital, my talents... Tell Yvain I'm sorry. Go with...
Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart has been... Beor is still wet behind...
You're just in time. The men here and perhaps the Camelotians. It hasn't been easy. You've seen what they did to the trees near Connacht. For some reason, even before I got... He seems... I'm forging a new heart. It's easier for me to grow impatient. So far, all my attempts have failed. There's a legend about the Stone Wardens. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. Well, since the Stone Wardens are all Dalriata selling books. I was planning to ask her about the legends myself, but maybe you... Thank you.
Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart...
Really? What for? Ah, yes. And he sent you to me. But honestly, I'm not worth I'd just get in the way. The maggot inside me, you tell Yvain I...
Oh? I didn't know our stories had traveled so far. The Camelocians, but I suppose a tale about creating a heart in the fires of a... So, that Beor. Aye, that's the way of it. A heart given to those creatures is never whole. They drain every joy, every spark. I'm sorry your friend bears that burden. He used iron, didn't he? Iron's too brittle. Steel's no better. To forge a heart, you need metal that is alive. Aye, it's the only metal fit for such a task. But we'd steel alone. Bring me those and I'll forge the heart. Good. Give me... I haven't lost my touch. Here, your friend's rest is up to you. Life, of course. A heart must be full, but we'll talk about that when you return. Well, there are two ways. Through No, of course not. You can fill it with the laugh of creatures you kill, but it'll take some time. A lot, and I can't say what effect it'll have on Bayor. You can pour some of your own laugh into the art. It'll weaken you, sure, but I'd say, besides, I believe it will give you another kind of strength. Then he'll have a cold lump of steel in his chest. If you want to fill it up with the energies of things you kill, just hold it up when you fight. If you decide to fill it with your own energy, just tell me. Either way, come back with either a full heart... It will come if you just either way. Of course. Remember, don't resist it. Let go of your Here. Feel how warm it...
No need for that, is there?
There's no need for violence.
Ah, so you've chosen to I can almost feel them churning within. Here. This is no peaceful heart. It was a pleasure. Give Bayo...
Always a pleasure to see you.
What do you need? What? That's amazing. Oh my. I have so many. For this, I will need your help, my friend. Let's see if those Stone Warden legends have a grain of truth in them. I suppose. Surprising how simple it is to look into someone's heart and tear it out. It's different. Everything, look, I guess more will become clear with time. The measure of my debt to you is 2 hearts. I'll be going back to work. What do you need?
Beor's fully recovered. Well, you've done right by me. So this whole expedition is madness. And I'll admit, I'm glad I might not think much of our Lord. But tell Yvain he can count.
Just passing through? Good.
What news? The people I told you about. I expected as much. One person is still better than... At the very least, I'll have someone to talk to. Still, I must admit, it only proves how little respect our commanders rule. If 2 out of 3 refuse to join a holy mission simply because it's... You've done me a great favor. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Connacht and earned my Be the shield that watches over Connacht, as House Terion has done for generations.
I am his oath. I am...
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now!
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again!
Palamedes, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the Horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamedes. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility? I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamedes. You never have. Carry it for Avalon, and may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come. Now I understand. The shield isn't an object. It's the blood the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades, but corruption. Palamedes understood that. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the king, Lord Yvain. A joke of a man. A mere shadow of... I tried to build something lasting. I distributed power, tied it to oaths, not blood. But what we've seen so far, that's not a people playing at being lords and commanders. All I've seen here is fear. Indecisive men wearing the mask, and when a decision needs to be made, they hesitate. Denholm, commander of Camelot's force, Yvain, a descendant of Palamedes. Yet too, their fear breeds indecision. If you cannot choose, you cannot, and if you cannot protect. It was you the men here responded to, and you who rekindled. Without that, Connacht would still be. That's why I have to come back. Without us, without hands that act, Merlin wanted me to become a symbol. This kingdom needed more. It needed to stand on stronger. And so, I left mementos behind. It seems we were both wrong about this. Yes, the situation is complex. But that complexity does not excuse paralysis. And yet they sit in. Turn every resource toward understanding why the weirdness is. Hiding in Camelot is cowardice. But what I would do doesn't matter. This is precisely why Palamede, even if it meant standing against me. We gave our people peace, but they've come to take it for granted. Symbols, without the will to uphold. I named his bloodline the Shield of Kurnacht. The land here is among the richest in Avalon. This place was meant to... Well, they still call me the once and future. Feasts won't save them. But action. Let's move to the Forlorn. Let's make...
The less attention. Better.
Are you sure you want to do this? You can still back out. Camelot will surely forgive you for the...
I have never been more certain of anything in my life. This is the only way.
Fine. Look who woke up. You're a bit late, though. You missed... Our Lord gave a rousing speech to his subjects explaining why he's going to leave. I'll leave you two. I need to start cleaning up the mess. And before I forget, some shady-looking character was looking for you. Didn't tell me his name, but said you're old...
Greetings, friend of our house. What may I do for you today? Really? I hope he supports my decision to abolish... Although, in truth, it doesn't really matter. I made my decision, and I'll stand by it. Well, and now you are the shield of my people. I trust you will... House Terion ends with me. Lady Maeve was never granted the chance to give me an heir. And I couldn't bring myself to take it, but your words are kind. The story... I cannot say for certain. But I have faith that since Maeve's passing, I've been all too aware of how much I've... Camelot will keep the peace in my stead. And I can only hope that we may not agree on every matter. But I cannot deny that. So, I thank you once more. House Terion is... No, wait. As soon as the necessary preparation... Ansem will assume my duties in my absence. I do not know when or if I will... Farewell.
Stay out of my way.
Well, well, look at you. Moving along nicely, aren't we? You're piecing him back together, and since you've proven yourself so capable, maybe it's time. Here, go to this place. No. If you want to know the truth about the man, it's the house of someone I once called my employer, Orin. The same one who... I don't know. We stopped seeing eye to eye. No, not really. There's one last piece of Arthur's sword. You'll find it deep in the Forlorn Swords. Meet with Gerfan. He'll either attack you on sight, or explain... Oh. How would I know? I'd say going into Dalriata territory. But don't worry. They've got bigger problems at the moment than you. Once you're done, meet me at the Charred Conclave. That's where we'll finish this.
You need something?
We ain't safe here.
Blow for blow!
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait. Greetings, my king. Greetings, my king. Greetings, my king. If you're seen...
king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against... My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have... You have no idea how long I've been waiting for you, my king.